Imagine your kitchen, the place where you prepare meals that nourish not only your body, but also your family, your history, and your memories. Now, tell me this, could some of the habits you repeat every day, almost without noticing, be shortening your health span, accelerating aging, or even contributing to silent diseases? According to the CDC Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 60% of adults over 60 in the United States live with at least one chronic disease, such as high blood pressure, diabetes, or heart problems. And believe it or not, in many cases, these problems don't start in the doctor's office. They begin right in our own kitchens, in the way we choose, prepare, and store food. That's what we're talking about today, the 4 worst kitchen habits you need to eliminate immediately because they're harming your health without you even realizing it. And more importantly, the 4 powerful habits you can adopt every day to strengthen your body, boost your energy, and support a more independent life. Before we get started, I want to ask you something. Leave a comment telling me where you're watching this video from. It's always amazing to see how far our health and longevity community is reaching across the United States. And of course, subscribe to the Age with Strength channel for more simple and powerful tips that can transform your health. And here's an important disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only and does not replace medical consultations or nutritional guidance. Always consult your doctor or a healthcare professional before making changes to your diet or routine. Now that we're all set, let's open our eyes to the hidden dangers in the kitchen. And right after that, discover the habits that can become powerful allies for your longevity. After 60, our bodies don't respond the same way they used to. Metabolism naturally slows down. Digestion can become more sensitive, and organs like the liver, kidneys, and heart need to work more carefully. That means the food we choose and how we prepare it has an even greater impact on our health. Researchers from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health emphasize that diet is one of the most important factors in preventing chronic diseases in older adults. But here's the catch that hardly anyone talks about. It's not enough to just pick healthy foods at the grocery store. What really determines whether they'll nourish or harm your body is how they're prepared at home. Take, for example, a piece of fresh chicken. If it's grilled with a bit of oil, seasoned with herbs, and served with steamed veggies, it becomes a light meal packed with protein and nutrients. Now, if that same chicken is fried in reused oil, heavily salted, and reheated multiple times, what could have been a healthy meal turns into an inflammatory dish full of oxidized fats and harmful substances. After 60, our bodies can no longer defend themselves from these kinds of attacks like they used to. The body's antioxidant capacity decreases, blood vessels become more vulnerable, and even small amounts of excess salt, bad fats, or poorly stored foods can spark serious issues like high blood pressure, blood sugar spikes, or intestinal infections. That's why recognizing the kitchen as a true command center of our health is essential. It's there that we make daily decisions that can add years of independent living or, sadly, open the door to silent diseases that drain our energy and quality of life. Bad habit number 1. The first habit that needs to be tackled is the excessive use of salt in the kitchen. Sodium, when consumed in excess, is one of the leading causes of high blood pressure, which affects nearly 2 out of 3 adults over 60 in the United States. According to the American Heart Association, the issue is that salt doesn't just come from the salt shaker. It's hidden in ready-made seasonings, bouillon cubes, packaged sauces, and even breakfast breads and cereals. So, without even realizing it, the amount of sodium on your plate can be double or even triple the recommended amount for the body. This means blood vessels constantly under pressure. Think of the old plumbing in your house. If the water is always running under high pressure, the pipes get stiff and could burst. That's exactly what happens to arteries, raising the risk of heart attacks and strokes. But there's an important detail. After 60, our sense of taste tends to dull, which leads many people to add even more salt just to taste the flavor. This creates a dangerous cycle. The solution? Natural alternatives, fresh herbs like rosemary, parsley, and cilantro, and spices like turmeric, paprika, and black pepper. Not only do they reduce the need for salt, but they also provide antioxidants that protect your cells from premature aging. Swapping salt for natural seasonings doesn't mean giving up flavor. On the contrary, people who make the switch discover new aromas and textures that turn even simple dishes into delicious experiences. And best of all, it's a practical, affordable way to protect your heart every single day. Bad habit number 2. One of the biggest silent enemies in modern kitchens is refined oils like soybean, corn, canola, and sunflower oil. They may seem harmless, they're cheap and easy to find on supermarket shelves, but the industrial process that turns seeds into oil involves high heat and chemical solvents. The result? A product low in nutrients and high in unstable fats. When these fats are reheated at home for frying or sautéing, they degrade even more, releasing compounds known as free radicals. In the body, this works like rust on metal. Your cells become oxidized, which accelerates inflammation, premature aging, and increases the risk of diseases like Alzheimer's, diabetes, and heart conditions. The Cleveland Clinic has warned that frequent consumption of these refined oils is directly linked to increased LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, and reduced HDL cholesterol, the protective kind. For people over 60, this shift in cholesterol balance is especially risky because it greatly raises the chances of fatty plaques. Building up in the arteries, what many people don't realize is that these oils aren't just in your frying pan, they're also hiding in processed foods like cookies, packaged cakes, salad dressings, and even in so-called light products that claim to be healthier. The good news is that there are far better and more accessible alternatives. For everyday cooking, extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, and even small amounts of coconut oil are safer, more stable options at certain temperatures. Not only do they add flavor, but they also provide healthy fats that protect the heart and brain. Swapping out refined oils isn't just a flavor upgrade, it's a health decision that can mean more years of life with independence and vitality. Bad habit number 3. Saving a plate of food in the fridge and reheating it later is a normal part of daily life. The problem starts when this cycle is repeated too many times. Eat, store, reheat, repeat. This seemingly harmless habit can compromise both the nutritional value and the safety of your meals. Every time food is reheated, it loses heat-sensitive vitamins like vitamin C and several B-complex vitamins. That means after a few reheating cycles, a once nutritious dish may become little more than empty calories. And after 60, when your body needs even more nutrients to maintain muscle, bone, and immune health, that loss can make a big difference. Another risk involves bacteria growth. The USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, warns that food should be refrigerated quickly after being cooked and only reheated once. That's because food left between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 degrees Celsius, and 60 degrees Celsius enters the danger zone, where bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli multiply rapidly. What's more, some repeatedly reheated foods like rice, potatoes, and meat can accumulate heat-resistant toxins. So even if the dish is hot again, harmful substances may still be present. For older adults, this can lead to food poisoning, which is far more dangerous, causing dehydration, weakness, and even hospitalization. The solution is simple: cook smaller portions and only reheat once, always making sure the food reaches a safe temperature. This preserves not just the nutritional value, but also the safety of your meals. It's a small habit change that protects your health and helps you avoid unnecessary risks. Bad habit number 4. We often don't pay much attention to the type of cookware we use every day. But this detail can make a huge difference to your health, especially after age 60. Old or scratched nonstick pans, for instance, can release Teflon particles and other chemicals when heated, which end up in your food. While small amounts might seem harmless, over the years these residues can accumulate in the body, increasing your toxic load. Another example is worn-out aluminum pans. Studies have suggested that excess aluminum exposure may be linked to neurological problems. While this is still debated, the general recommendation is to avoid long-term use, especially with acidic foods like tomato sauces, which speed up the metal's release. The National Institutes of Health (NIH) warns that constant exposure to heavy metals can contribute to cognitive dysfunction and affect memory, a serious concern in older age, when natural cognitive decline is already a risk. Fortunately, there are much safer and longer-lasting alternatives. Good quality stainless steel, well-seasoned cast iron, ceramic, and tempered glass, cookware all reduce health risks and can actually improve flavor. A cast iron pan, for example, can even add small amounts of iron to your food, helping prevent anemia, something quite common in older adults. Swapping out worn cookware might seem like a small thing, but it's exactly in these small details that long-term health is won or lost. After all, there's no point in choosing high-quality ingredients if they end up contaminated during cooking. Now that we've uncovered the hidden dangers in the kitchen, you might be wondering, so what can I actually do in practice to protect my health? Here's the good news. Just as there are habits that drain your energy and accelerate disease, there are also simple, delicious choices that act as true allies of longevity. Changing the way you cook, dozen, tea, means sacrificing flavor or making your routine more complicated. In fact, good kitchen habits bring more vitality, more joy to the table, and can lower the risk of common health issues after 60, like high blood pressure, cholesterol, and diabetes. It's time to turn the game around. If up to now we've talked about what's harming your health, from here on we'll focus on the 4 powerful habits you should practice every day to stay independent, protect your memory, and give your heart more healthy years of life. Good habit. Number 1. Use fresh herbs and spices instead of excess salt. If excess salt is a dangerous enemy, herbs and spices are your greatest allies. Using natural seasonings in place of refined salt not only enhances the flavor of your dishes, but also adds nutrients and health protective compounds. Research from Johns Hopkins Medicine shows that reducing salt intake can significantly lower the risk of high blood pressure and cardiovascular disease, issues that affect millions of Americans over 60. But cutting back on salt doesn't have to mean sacrificing taste. The secret lies in rediscovering seasonings that have always been within reach but are often overlooked for convenience. Rosemary, oregano, basil, and thyme, for example, offer antioxidants that help fight inflammation and protect cells from premature aging. Turmeric, known for its golden color, contains curcumin, a compound studied by the Cleveland Clinic for its potential to reduce joint pain and support memory. Garlic and onions, widely used in home cooking, don't just boost flavor, they also strengthen the immune system and help regulate blood pressure. Beyond the health benefits, there's also a cultural and emotional aspect. Cooking with fresh herbs brings back the aroma of old-fashioned kitchens and family recipes that stir up fond memories. It makes eating more enjoyable and reminds us that health and flavor can go hand in hand. By replacing excess salt with this arsenal of natural seasonings, you turn every meal into a gentle medicine, one that strengthens your body day after day. Effortlessly. Good habit number 2, cook with extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil. After all the warnings about refined oils, it's time to talk about good fats, the ones that truly make a difference in your health after 60. Extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil are all safe and beneficial options for the kitchen, each offering its own unique advantages. Extra virgin olive oil is the star of the famous Mediterranean diet, widely studied by institutions like Harvard Medical School. Numerous studies show that it helps reduce the risk of heart disease, keeps blood vessels flexible, and even supports brain health. It's also rich in antioxidants, which act like a shield against premature aging. Avocado oil, still underused by many Americans, is another excellent option. It's heat-resistant, making it ideal for sautéing or grilling light meats and vegetables. Its high content of monosaturated fats helps raise good cholesterol, HDL, and lower bad cholesterol, LDL, offering heart protection similar to olive oil. Coconut oil, when used in small amounts, adds a special flavor and provides antimicrobial properties that aid digestion. It shouldn't be overused, but it can be a valuable ally in certain types of recipes. By swapping refined oils for these natural options, you're not just improving the flavor of your meals, you're turning each dish into a tool for protecting your body. It's a simple step that, repeated daily, helps maintain energy, memory, and overall quality of life. Good habit number 3. Prioritize gentle cooking methods like steaming and baking to preserve nutrients. Many people think eating healthy is only about choosing the right foods, but how you cook them is just as important. After 60, when your body needs every bit of vitamin and mineral to keep bones strong, muscles active, and your immune system running, preserving nutrients during cooking becomes essential. The problem is that deep frying or long high-heat cooking methods can destroy many of those nutrients. B vitamins found in grains and meats, and antioxidants, like vitamin C, found in fruits and veggies are especially heat-sensitive. As a result, a potentially nutritious meal can lose much of its value if cooked too aggressively. The solution is to use gentler techniques. Steaming, for example, maintains the texture, flavor, and most of the vitamins in vegetables. Baking, when done without too much oil, allows you to cook meats and fish in a delicious way, with less fat and minimal nutritional loss. Even pressure cooking, when done properly, can preserve more nutrients than traditional long boils over high heat. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic emphasize that lighter cooking methods not only preserve nutrients, but also reduce the production of harmful compounds found in excessive frying or grilling. This helps protect your heart, brain, and even your gut health. Adopting this habit doesn't require a complete lifestyle change. It's simply about choosing cooking methods that treat your food kindly and take care of you in the process. That way, every meal becomes a true investment in your vitality. Good habit number 4. Store and freeze food the right way to avoid health risks. One of the biggest challenges after age 60 is balancing convenience and health. Often, to save time, it's common to cook large batches of food and store them for days or even weeks in the freezer. While this can help streamline your routine, if done incorrectly, it can pose serious health risks. The USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, advises that cooked foods should be refrigerated within 2 hours of preparation and stored in shallow containers so they cool faster. This prevents dangerous bacteria like Salmonella and Listeria from finding the perfect conditions to multiply. For older adults, these infections can be particularly dangerous, causing dehydration, weight loss, and weakness. Another important recommendation is to avoid storing food for too long. Cooked meats, for example, should be eaten within 3 days. If kept in the fridge, in the freezer, they can last longer, but it's essential to pay attention to the quality of the container. Use proper packaging that is tightly sealed and freezer safe. Beyond food safety, preparing fresh portions also means better taste and more nutrients. Eating freshly cooked vegetables and fruits ensures a higher concentration of vitamins, while older meals tend to lose not only their nutritional value, but also their enjoyment at the table. The key is balance. Cook in small portions, store food with care, and reuse leftovers smartly. This lowers risks, maintains meal quality, and gives you more confidence that each dish is truly supporting your health. Now that you know both the worst and best kitchen habits, it's clear that it's not just about the food itself, but also about how it makes its way to your plate. Too much salt, refined oils, repeated reheating, and using worn-out cookware are all choices that slowly drain your energy, fuel inflammation, and increase the risk of silent diseases. On the other hand, replacing salt with fresh herbs, using healthy fats like olive and avocado oil, choosing gentle cooking methods, and properly preparing and storing your meals are practices that act as real investments in your health. These are small actions that, when repeated daily, can protect your heart, strengthen your brain, keep your memory sharp, and give you more years of life with independence. And it's important to remember, change doesn't have to be radical. You don't need to overhaul your entire kitchen overnight. Just start with one different choice today. A simple swap, like using garlic and herbs instead of salt, or steaming veggies instead of frying them, already makes a difference. Over time, these new habits will become second nature, bringing not just more health, but more joy and confidence. To each meal, the beautiful thing is, it's never too late to start over. Even after 60, the body responds positively when given the right nutrients and freed from the excesses that burden it. That means every meal is still an opportunity to strengthen your future. Did you know that there are hundreds of natural solutions, proven, safe, and within your reach to relieve pain, regulate blood pressure, improve sleep, digestion, and even support diabetes control in a complementary way? If you're interested in a more natural, intelligent, and effective path to take care of your health, then you need to discover the Natural Healing Guide. This complete ebook brings together the very best of natural medicine: herbs, essential oils, supplements, home remedies for blood pressure, cholesterol, anxiety, pain, skin issues, and much more. And the best part, it comes with clear, safe, and practical guidance, even for beginners. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Don't miss it. Now that you know the best and worst kitchen habits, it's time to put that knowledge into action. Remember, it's not just big changes that transform your health, it's the small choices you make every single day. Every time you season with herbs, every time you choose a healthy oil or prepare a fresh meal, you're investing in your future and your independence. The kitchen can either be a source of risk or a space for healing. It's up to you to turn it into your greatest ally, where every meal isn't just food, but an act of care for your health and longevity. And now, I want to hear from you. Which of these habits do you already practice at home? And which one are you going to start today? Let us know in the comments. Your experience could inspire many others in our community. See you in the next video.